back. Hey, welcome back to the Black Sheep Podcast. I know the last episode said we're canceled, and then we didn't record for 3 weeks, so that made it kind of weird.
Canceled.
But yeah, we had to do some rebranding. But hey, we're back now. I know we say it every episode. We're gonna try to get on this normal recording schedule, so we'll see what actually happens. But
We'll see.
we got a
No
good.
promises.
Yeah, no promises. We got a good one today. Going to talk about the college football playoffs. Notre Dame dropped the ball again. Clemson dropped the
Shocker.
stinker. Yeah. My season's finally over. Jags, thank goodness, 1-15. Tank secured. We'll talk about that one. And then we'll go into the wildcard weekend with the NFL. So we'll wrap up with that. Our favorite games, who's going to win, why they're going to win, stuff like that. So first off, we got merch. Check it out. Blacksheep.com or teespring.com/blacksheeppod.
Merch. Black Sheep merch.
Black Sheep merch. We keep changing stores. So. Black Sheep merch. Go check it out. Also, big shout out to Jim Bob's Grizzly Beard Care. Another dude always with us. jbgbc.com. Treat your beard right. So we'll go right into this. We'll start off with Notre Dame. Let you get some stuff off your chest here.
Yeah, we've talked about it 100 times off the podcast. Everybody says I'm crying and making stuff up, but I've said it and I'll say it over and over again. The reason Notre Dame will never be up there with the Ohio States, the Georgias, the Clemsons, the Alabamas, things like that is because just their academics plus being a Catholic school, it's like if you drive drunk and get caught, you get kicked off the team. You do that at, say, Ohio State, no shots, but you play in the next weekend. So, like, a five-star that's going to be an NFL quarterback is not going to want to go to Notre Dame for 2 years with those strict standards. So, you need a quarterback to win. Obviously, you look at who's in the playoffs now. It's Lawrence, Fields, Matt Jones, and then you got Ian Book. So, that tells you about all you need to know. So, yeah, it's just so – hurtful every time there's a big game. Notre Dame goes up there and lays a stinker. But I'm not going to say they didn't deserve the 4th spot because they did. I mean, A&M didn't really deserve it. They did get blown out too, just like Notre Dame did. Cincinnati definitely didn't deserve it. But, yeah, Notre Dame. And then we get a transfer from Wisconsin, Jack Cohn. It's like, come on, man. We finally get a 5-star quarterback in Tyler Buckner, and we're bringing in some transfer 3-star that you know is going to start. So it just hurts.
Yeah, he's in his defense, he's got big game experience. He's got multiple games against Ohio State.
Yeah, we won't play them now. I hope we don't make the playoffs until Tyler Buckner starts. We're getting embarrassed. And if he sucks or transfers, I'm moving with him. I can't take it anymore.
That's a fair point, though. I mean, those top-tier schools, you see it at, like, Vanderbilt in the SEC and Cal out in the Pac-12. I mean, those schools with those kind of standards, it's tough to get those recruits in there. Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Clausen, Brady Quinn only come around every once in a while.
Yeah, but what happened to your franchise guy, Trevor Lawrence, over there at Clemson, Ohio State?
Ohio State played a flawless game. I mean, when you look at that team and all the 5-stars they have, if that's the game that they decide to all show up and put it together. You had that defensive line absolutely dominated Clemson's offensive line. Lawrence was under pressure all day. It was crazy. Which you look at the stats, I mean, he was without his play caller. So Dabo Swinney was calling plays, and he never calls plays. Trevor still threw for 400 yards. I mean, a lot of it was quick stuff, quick hitters, allowing run after the catch. But, like, people will say it's a bad game from Trevor, but you can see, like, even Dan Orlovsky came out today and was just like, unpopular opinion, but Trevor played a really good game. There's 5 throws in this game that only he's making. So Justin Fields played out of his mind. You saw it. We're from Ohio. But Justin Fields greater than Trevor Lawrence takes are flying heavy.
Does that worry you at all?
No, not even a little bit. Somebody was like, do you think the Jags are going to start thinking about Justin after that game? Like, they're not even going to sniff him. The card's already in New York or Cleveland or wherever they're calling the draft from this year with Trevor Lawrence's name on it. It's dumb.
I
Justin
agree.
Fields, yeah, he had to worry about fighting off Zach Wilson. So he's got a big one coming up against Bama. That he had all day in the pocket. I did a nice little analysis of his passing times, and dude was sitting in the pocket all day. He was doing a lot of quick hitters too, but those bombs he took, it was one on one, his guy beating him. So they were quick too. I think one bomb took 2.8 seconds, which is really fast, especially for a deep shot. But that's just how fast his guys were beating Clemson's DBs.
Did he nurse the injury?
Uh, I think he really got hurt. That was a
I
big
mean,
shot.
I think he's a little bit hurt, but I mean, he throws a touchdown pass and he's, like celebrating, no pain on his face, and then he throws an incomplete pass. It's, oh, God, my side. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. It seemed like he was nursing it just a little bit.
I mean, after that shot, I thought it was for sure broken ribs. I
But
mean, it was nasty.
before we move on to the Jags and Trevor Lawrence, what do you think that did for Mac Jones? If he comes out and wins the Natty, and plays like he did against Notre Dame, you think he moves up top 15, or does he stay bottom first, second round?
I don't think Mac Jones moves any higher than top 20 because
Patriots?
that'd be about as high as he'd ever go. So Mac Jones doesn't bring what the other guys bring. When you look at a Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance, they all have a mobility to their game. Mac Jones is just he'll stand back there and pick you apart if you give him time, but in the NFL, you know as well as I do, that doesn't always happen. So he's not, and his arm strength isn't all that either.
Yeah, I kind of use this comparison for a lot of quarterbacks, but he's like the definition of Alex Smith. He needs a Devontae Smith, a Jalen Waddle, a Najee Harris to look good,
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion.
he's not going to elevate the guys around him. He's going to need those guys to come in. So yeah, Mac Jones. I don't even know if he goes in the first. If we're being honest,
But
I
hey,
think one.
fresh off the press, Alex Smith comeback player of the year, so he can maybe lead his team to the playoffs. That's
Yeah,
his comp.
yeah. Well, Alex Smith moves pretty good though, even with his bum
True.
leg.
All right, so let's get into the Jags. Are you happy the tank's over? And how excited are you for these Urban Meyer rumors?
So the tank was stressful. I mean, it had gotten to the point where I was like, okay, I'm signing up for Justin Fields. Let me get ready to do that. And then the Jets won a game, and then they won again, and I was like, I was that when the Jets beat the Browns and that 20 to whatever came across the screen, what was it, 23-16, and that went final, that Baker fumble. That was like me when we went to the playoffs in 2017. That's how excited I was.
All excited.
Yeah, it was the most excited I've ever been. Just because, I mean, as a Jags fan, we've never had a true franchise quarterback. Mark Brunell's the closest, and he left in 2002. So Byron Leftwich, David Garrard, Blaine Gabbert, Luke McCown, Blake Bortles. I mean, everybody makes fun of the Browns and all their quarterbacks. Jags haven't been much better. So to
You're
get
going to be so
Trevor's,
hurt if they take Fields.
yeah, I'll probably be a Bengals fan if that happens. You heard it here
Burrow,
first on the
baby.
Black Sheep. Yeah, I'll get buy a Burrow jersey. No, I mean I
What?
like Fields. I don't want to think I'm just slandering Fields, but he's not Lawrence. And I told you in the group chat, I think if Lawrence comes in and doesn't reach his potential, at worst he'll be an average starter in the NFL. He's not going to be a bum by any means.
Yeah, I texted my buddy Reese, the Jets fan. I said, yeah, they're getting Fields. What do you think? He said, who dey, baby? he wants nothing to do with Fields.
Fields is interesting. He can be really good, but he's going to be super scheme specific his first couple of years. Trevor, you can come in and throw whatever at him. And the Urban news, I absolutely love. Urban, everybody tries to throw that in there too. Like, oh, you got Urban, you're going to get Justin Fields now. Like, no, Urban's not coming there to run his scheme that he ran at Ohio State. He's coming in there to be a leader of men. He's been that at every stop he's been to. Now, he might have had trouble at some, but if you can lead Aaron Hernandez and that team of criminals and keep them straight all the way to a natty, I mean, I'll take it. But now, seriously, I think Urban's going to be good as long as he builds a good staff.
Yeah, he needs a good offensive coordinator, in my opinion, so he doesn't have to worry too much about X's and O's. He can worry about culture building.
Yeah, so I think he's going to do like what Sean McVay did when he first went to LA. He's going to get a former head coach to be a coordinator. So Sean McVay had Wade Phillips to help build and ground the team while McVay did his stuff, and I think Urban's going to do the same thing.
That'd be the way to go.
Yeah, hopefully he does it right. I mean, I'm excited for what's going to happen. So, I'm also nervous, but in the last 10 years, Trevor's going to step in and be the best quarterback we've had. Blake Bortles is second. Not a good list.
Hey, maybe. Never know. That's the thing that's scary.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Oh, one thing we do have to talk about, which I don't know if it's really a story, but it is in the AFC South. Deshaun Watson being unhappy in Houston.
Entitled.
We won't talk about too much of it, but do you think he's going to be there next year?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's no
Yeah.
shot you trade a 24-year-old star quarterback. No shot.
Yeah,
I don't
he's a
care how
superstar.
unhappy he is.
Yeah. And the package to get him would be absolutely absurd. Jalen Ramsey pulled 2 1s, and he's a corner. Imagine what Deshaun Watson pulled. It'd be
Yeah,
stupid.
I don't think you can do that if you're Houston. There's no shot.
Yeah. So there's stupid things going around like Tua and a 1, Tua and 2 1s for Deshaun Watson, or Drew Lock and a 1.
But if he did go anywhere, like if somebody was going to give up the house for Deshaun Watson, I would love to see him go to Washington. I think that would be a really nice fit.
Well, if he has a problem with ownership, Washington ain't the way to go. Their
True.
owners in some hot
I don't.
water.
I just don't think he moves. I would say 95% chance he's staying there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I think so too, but it's going to be something worth monitoring. They're going to be bored in the offseason between the Jags trading the pick and Deshaun Watson getting traded.
Yeah. What about the? Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about the game. But we can go right into the first playoff game if you want to go into that.
Yeah, started off hot tomorrow. Bills Colts. Well,
Yeah.
we're little caveat. We're recording this on Friday, January 8th. So when we say tomorrow, we're referring to Saturday, January 9th.
Now this is a game me and you argued about all day
Yeah.
because you think it's a blowout, right?
No, I didn't say that. I think
Okay.
the Bills do win by at least a touchdown.
All right. Now my thing is, if there's going to be an upset, I wouldn't consider the Ravens over the Titans an upset, just because the Titans are not that great, even though they're the higher seed. If there's going to be an upset, this is the game you need to watch. Just because Buffalo struggles to stop the run. I think the Chiefs ran for like 246 on them. And the Colts have a good enough defense to slow them down. And Jonathan Taylor's been balling. They got Naheem Hines. T.Y. Hilton might make a play. They got that, what's that rookie's name? Pittman Jr., wide receiver. So I think this is going to be a close game. My heart keeps telling me that the Colts are going to win. That's just my gut feeling. I don't trust the Bills. I think they're overhyped. I think that I've gone back and forth on it all day just because I think, but then at the same time, when you have Josh Allen, does the run game really matter? Will the defense matter? So I think I'm going to take the Bills, but it's going to be close. 3 points, something like that.
So Josh Allen is going to come out and try to prove himself, because you got to remember last year he lost to Deshaun, and it was kind of his fault because he threw that late interception. So this year, I know brand new Josh Allen, MVP, vote getter. I'm not going to say he's going to win it, but he's in the conversation. So he's going to be – I mean, and you got to think he's a part of Buffalo's run game. So he's a dual threat. And Stephon Diggs, I don't think they have anybody on Indianapolis who can match up with him.
They run zone, right? Most of the time they're running zone. So
Yeah, but I
we'll
think
see.
their free safety's still out. And then, yeah, it'll be interesting. But
I
I
would
got
not
the
be surprised if the Colts won at all.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be surprised, but I still got the Bills by at least 7.
Because you watch the
Buffalo's on a
games.
mission.
You watch the games with the Colts, like against the Packers, outscoring Aaron Rodgers. That was impressive. And they kind of run. They're kind of the same offense. They got one good receiver and then some supplemental pieces. Not really a good run game. And then Green Bay's defense isn't that great. Buffalo's is probably a little better than them, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that Green Bay Colts game where the Colts came out on top.
Yeah, but when you think of the Colts, there's always one person you have to account for, and you don't know how it's going to go, and that's
Philip
Philip
Rivers.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Oh,
He might give
he's
you 4 touchdowns or 4 picks. That's the only scary
yeah.
thing about it.
So I think he's going to be, and it's the 4 picks always come in the fourth quarter when you're trying to come
Yeah.
back. So yeah, that's probably going to be the best game of the weekend if I had to say, of like excitement. I think the other games are going to be kind of boring.
I
Uh,
agree.
we'll move on to the
Most of
next one, like
those.
Rams Seahawks. They're playing at 4.
Yeah, is
We might,
golf playing? No one knows.
yeah. Sean McVay said he's not going to release the name until they start.
So that's probably not golf.
Yeah, I don't know if even that's a threat because me personally, I'm not a fan of golf. So him playing or not playing isn't really going to affect anything. But I
What
mean,
happened to the
Russ.
Seahawks? They've been
Uh,
struggle city.
well, Russ could only hide so much, so he was playing dang near perfect the first half of the season, and then he started struggling, and he couldn't hide that defense anymore. That defense is bad.
Yeah, I honestly got the Rams winning this, regardless of who their quarterback is.
So I don't want to say that the Rams are going to win because I have a rooting interest because the Jags have that pick. So the more they win, the lower that pick is. But yeah, I see it too. The Seahawks aren't good. Their defense is better, but I don't see them doing anything. And Ramsey has absolutely shut down DK Metcalf in the 2 times that they've played this year.
Yeah, you put Ramsey on DK and see what double lock it if you have to.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's a Rams win. And then Saturday night, the least exciting game of the weekend. I made a joke last week with all that stuff going on with the Giants and the Eagles. Like, why do you want to win? You're gonna go get 40-pieced by the Bucks, and that's exactly how I see it happening. Washington, congrats, you made the playoffs. Get those vacation plans ready because it ain't
I
gonna
don't, I
last
don't want to
past
say a
Saturday.
40 piece. Washington's
They might.
defense ain't too bad.
So they're the only team in the division who won't get 40-pieced. I bet Tom Brady drops 35 on him though.
I say it'll be like a 20, 28, 31, 13 type of game where it's not close, but it doesn't look as bad as it really was.
Yeah.
Even though I'm hoping Alex Smith pulls something off, but I'm not confident. But come on, Alex Smith, do something for me, baby.
Yeah, I don't see it either. The Bucks
How,
defense is really good.
how sad would that be, though, for Brady? You
To
go
go
out to
out
Ryan
against
Tannehill
Alex.
at home, and then the next playoff appearance, you go out to Alex Smith.
Oh man,
You got to retire.
he might retire after that. He'd
So
have to.
that would be interesting. I just
Uh,
hope it's a game since it's the nightcap. I hope it's close and then it turns into a blowout in the fourth.
I think it's going to be close until the third. I think they come out after halftime and Bruce Arians just gets nasty.
What's up with Mike Evans?
So they said he might play. It was
Really?
it was a non-contact knee injury. It was like
When
a
I saw that, I thought he was done.
yeah. It sucked too because it was it was like a record-breaking touchdown pass and he dropped it because he hurt his knee. Which it's not funny. People are sitting here laughing, but that sucks. But yeah, he should be back and eventually. I mean, Antonio Brown seems to be catching up on everything, and he had 2 touchdowns in the last game of the season.
Stole one from Scotty Miller.
Yeah,
He
he
was throwing it to
did.
Scotty in the back of the end zone.
But yeah, so that team's going to be interesting. I don't think Washington hangs up. Chase Young opened his mouth, and Brady takes that stuff personally. So he might not be able to back it up like he used to, but Brady takes it personally.
Yeah, so probably Bucks big, but the Sunday 1 o'clock game. I think the 1 o'clock games are the best. Should have been the 8 o'clock games. You got Bills, Colts, and then you got Titans, Ravens. A lot of bad blood. Uh, they had a little scuffle at the 50 while Harbaugh and the Titans had a little scuffle at the 50. Obviously, what everybody's going to be watching in this game is Lamar.
Side note,
And,
while we're talking about that scuffle, Harbaugh or Mike Vrabel? Who's winning that one?
or Vrabel all day. That's not even fair.
I think it's Vrabel. Flores got to be 1 and 2 in terms of coaches you don't want to mess with in the NFL.
Andy Reid, come on, man.
What?
Andy Reid fucked somebody up.
Oh man, Andy might get his players too. I think those dudes would back Andy harder than
Oh, for
anybody.
sure. But yeah, this game, I've gone back and forth all week. I know earlier I said in the group chat and online, I see the Ravens blowing them out. But the more I think about it, it's like, man, the Ravens in the playoffs. Tennessee has Henry, so Henry can keep you in the game if you start hot, which Tennessee usually does score in the opening drive. I think if you get the ball first or stop them and score, I think Lamar gets that little seed of doubt, like, oh God, we're in the playoffs again, and we're losing again. And then maybe they get off the game plan early if you get up 2 scores on them. And if you get up 2 scores on the Ravens, it's hard for them to come back.
They haven't come back since Lamar's been playing there.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Ravens blowout, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee won by 4. So that game's kind of a toss-up, but I'm going to stick with the Ravens. I think Lamar finally gets it done. I say Ravens by 11.
Jeez. I'm picking the Ravens too, but I don't think it's that much. I think it'll be like a 3-point game. Justin Tucker game winner, because why not? Again, I don't think it's going to be a Lamar passing day. It's going to be Lamar running for 180, passing for 110. He'll do just what he has to do.
They need to stick to that run game. It seems like every time they get in a big game, they try to spread him out and let Lamar prove his arm. It's like, just stick with the run game. Who cares if they say he's not a passer? We know he's not a passer. He's not a drop back passer.
Accept it at this point.
Just accept it. Run your scheme. Keep running the ball. Don't try to have a shootout. Throw him the rock. So we'll see. These teams are both built not to come from behind. So whoever gets that
the Titans
early
are more
score,
capable. I trust
the Titans are more
Tannehill.
capable, but even if you're down 14 and you're the Titans, it's like, okay, well, we can't really use Henry here. So
yeah, they're built off heavy play action.
So we'll see. That'll be a fun game to watch as well.
Well, I feel like it'd be one of those games. I feel like it goes on forever. Henry run up the middle. Lamar outside sweep.
Yeah, and then this next game is going to be ugly.
Saints Bears. We got our noodle arm quarterback Drew Brees versus some kind of quarterback in Mitch Trubisky. Whoever decides to show up that day. I got Saints big.
I got Saints by 21. Skunk alert in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. Mitch Trubisky's he's going to Blake Bortles the Bears, and that's unfortunate. He's played just good enough to get him in the playoffs, and he's going to get a contract extension like an idiot. I've seen this story before.
The Saints defense, I want everybody to watch. They're one of the better units in the league, but they're also one of the most annoying. I want everybody to just watch after Mitch Trubisky overthrows a receiver. You're going to see about 15 handshakes from that cornerback with everybody on the team.
Who is that?
It's everybody, every corner. If a linebacker makes a play, he's got 5 different handshakes with everybody on the team. If you overthrow somebody, they got 15 handshakes with everybody on the team. It's like, dude, I never see it. Like, I don't really watch the Saints that much. I mean, I watch them against the Bucks and things like that when they're in prime time. But when I was watching the Chiefs Saints game, like, Mahomes threw it out of bounds, and they're like shaking hands with everybody on the team. Like, really? Is this necessary? But yeah, just pay attention to that. That'll be the only thing to watch for in this blowout game.
Oh, well, word just came down today. They're going to miss their top pass rusher. He's going to be hurt for that first playoff game. He's their leader in sacks.
They'll be all right.
So, yeah, they're going to have to step up. I don't know. Drew Brees, there's no way he makes it past the second round. I don't care.
I don't know, man. That defense is legit.
Yeah, but it seems like all you got to do is play a soft zone. Drew Brees ain't taking the top off nothing anymore.
As long as they got Kamara, I'll give him a fighter's chance.
Yeah, I'll give them that. They would have the Seahawks. Never mind. They're probably going to the NFC title game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see who the Bucks will match up with, which will be the Packers, right?
Yeah. If the Bucks win and the Seahawks win, if the Rams win, then the Rams go to the Packers. Bucks go to the Seahawks.
Interesting.
because the Bucks are the 5 seed.
Interesting. Yeah, I see Saints definitely making the title game. I trust them.
I think Brady wants the Packers.
I trust them more in the NFC than I do any other team.
What?
Yeah.
I'm riding with old TB12. I know you'd hate it.
Yeah, I want them to lose to Washington, but we know that ain't going to happen.
All right, so we have to talk about it. The final game of the weekend. The Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had some COVID issues with the Browns this week.
Congrats,
They just got
Cleveland.
the practice today at 4:30. They'll have 2 practices maybe before they go to Pittsburgh and play the Steelers. I want the Browns to win. I know you might have mixed feelings there, but it'd be pretty cool. I mean,
I don't care. I mean, if the Browns win, I'll be happy for them. If the Browns win, that means most likely they're coming to Kansas City. I welcome that with open arms. I would rather play them than Baltimore or Tennessee, 100%. So, yeah, go Browns. I mean, if they win, I'll be happy. Congrats on that playoff drought snapping. But
yeah, that was brutal. I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, and then they barely won with their back, the Steelers' backups in, and so yeah, I'm gonna go Browns lose by at least 10. I have no faith, especially with Stefanski out. I know they already got that built-in excuse of why they're gonna lose. The league hates them. If it was the Ravens, it'd be pushed back.
So I got something funny because, I'm a clear Trevor fan, and he had his struggles the other day with his play caller out, and there were some people talking to me about that, about how he looked different. So I wanna see if they get that same energy on Sunday, if Baker looks a little different. So it'll be interesting. Play callers matter.
Yeah, I'm one of the biggest trolls on Twitter, and even on here, I'm a troll, but I just can't troll playoff L's because I know how that feels being a Chiefs fan. I know going there with Alex Smith and all the struggles and then losing to Brady in overtime. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anything. So I take it easy on playoff L's. If you lose in the playoffs, you ain't gonna catch no heat from me. Unless you're Lamar.
I can't either.
Fuck Lamar.
I'm not talking nothing.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get it if the Chiefs lose, but I ain't gonna dish it. I'm gonna be nice.
That's expected. You guys are the top of the mountain. We already talked about this. The
Bills are the favorites now.
No, they're not. You want to say that all you want. You know they're not.
That's what I keep hearing, man.
From who? Your Chief Twitter fans who were making
power rankings, everything. ESPN, power rankings.
You guys are like Jordan.
Got to find some motivation.
Oh, man. I don't see it.
I would have Patrick Mahomes 2.5 all over the locker room if I'm Andy Reid.
For All-Pro?
All-Pro, he was 2.5 tied for second or something.
Yeah.
Two-way tie for second. So, yeah, I'm plastering that in the locker room. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to talk about the Chiefs next week. I'm not too sure how I feel about this resting for 2.5 weeks strategy. I'm kind of a little nervous to see how they come out in that playoff game.
It'll be like last year. Start off slow. Have to make that comeback.
Nah, I don't want that again. 24-0. That was stressful.
People.
Twitter was crazy. I know you remember it.
Oh, yeah. That was when I first joined.
I didn't want to give up hope either. I was like, we're get down 10 by half. We're good. Down 10 by half. We're good. And then by the end of the first quarter, we were ready to go. So
yeah, it's 21-0 at the first quarter.
So yeah, I don't know. I would be interested to see while we're talking about the Chiefs. I'd be interested to see who they get matched up with. Because my opinion is it's going to be the Ravens if everything plays out how I think it will, and that's a scary matchup for Kansas City. I know you don't think it is, but that's one team I would worry about.
I forgot to talk
more than the Bills.
I forgot to talk about this. So I was gonna bring up this topic where there's the coaching searches. EB, Eric Bieniemy, obviously Chiefs offensive coordinator is a big name. He's gonna see where do you prefer he goes, or where do you think he's gonna land. And then I had to give my sources on Urban.
Oh, good God. I think he lands, unfortunately, in LA.
With Herbert,
That makes sense to me.
oh, that'd be so good.
That would hurt. Where I want him to land is Atlanta. I think he could do good things in Atlanta. Maybe they get a quarterback, trade Ryan, cut Ryan, do whatever
Uh,
they got to do.
if they got in Atlanta and he got Trey Lance, I'm just saying that would be nasty. It'd be
Yeah.
KC South.
I'm super worried about him going to LA. That would be my worst nightmare. I would hate that because I love
Oh,
the dude. I don't want to root against him.
he saw something. He's going to New York.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that either, honestly. I could see him doing good things in New York.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to LA. I know Deshaun Watson, that was part of the struggle, was he wanted Eric Bieniemy down in Houston. Told the owner about it, and the owner's like, nah, we want to interview him. So that was kind of like that problem. But, yeah, I don't want him in Houston. I think New York would be great, whether it's with Sam Darnold or Justin Fields or Zach Wilson.
Well, you got your sources. Where's he going?
I don't got Jet sources or EB
Oh,
sources. There are sources on Urban, though. So there was this whole thing,
somebody told him this on Twitter.
last weekend it popped up that the Urban to Jacksonville news, and then Shad Khan's like, nah, we haven't even talked to Urban. So his first scheduled interview was today, but word on the street is Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. So this weekend before Monday morning, Urban Meyer will be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And his preferred general manager candidate is Rick Smith. So Scott Pioli's been floated around, but Rick Smith seems to be the hot name. That's not verifiable, but the Urban to Jax by Saturday is.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Do Sunday. I'm going to say before you guys wake up on Monday, Urban will be there.
All right, we'll see. But I guess we could talk about this. I didn't think about it, but with the Natty being Monday, who do you think wins that game?
So that's a good one. I would have said it would have been pretty close because Ohio State just came off a really good game, but Bama got Jalen Waddle back.
Maybe.
Nah, the word on the street is he's playing.
Oh, your sources. I forgot.
No, not my sources. That's Twitter.
I saw a game time decision. Not sure.
Yeah, but it's the Natty. If he wasn't going to play, he would have opted out already.
Be interesting.
And Sean Wade already gets abused on the daily. Devonta Smith is going to put him through the ringer, so I can't imagine.
They're going to try to take Smith away, and then if you get Waddle out there, that's game, set, match.
Oh, yeah. If they get Waddle and Smith out there, they're not going to be able to do anything. It's going to be a 52-45 shootout.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Fields can play the way he did last week.
If he does that, Ohio State's winning. I don't care what anybody says. If Fields plays like that again, there's nobody who can stop him. Dude was dropping dots.
You got to put Surtain on Olave.
Well, I think Nick Saban will move Surtain. I don't think he's going to just – because you got to think, they still got Garrett Wilson, Julian Fleeming. I can't say the dude's name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, everybody knows I'm talking about. Ohio State fans, you know what I'm talking about. Julian, whatever his name, I don't know. But, yeah, so they got – and Trey Sermon, he's just been on a tear. So that'll be the real one they need to worry about stopping.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get a running game going against Bama. Notre Dame definitely couldn't, so we'll see.
Yeah, so my matchup to watch is Christian Barmore versus Josh Myers and Wyatt Davis, and that interior line. I mean, Barmore absolutely assaulted the Notre Dame line and blew up plays constantly. So it'll be interesting to see him against them.
So who you got, man?
I want to say Ohio State so bad, but I think it's Bama. Nick Saban's going to get number 7 here. It'll be close, though. I think it's going to be 52-45 type of game.
I hope so. I hope Bama wins a heartbreaker.
Yeah, if Ohio State won, it's gonna get
Oh yeah,
next week's
I
episode is
know.
gonna be weird.
They're gonna be talking about Dabo still for some reason. It's gonna be it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, over 11.
Yeah, it's gonna.
No,
Let's
yeah,
hope for a Bama win. Roll
I'm gonna
Tide.
come on here ignorant next week.
Oh God.
You get an Ohio State dub and Urban signs with Jax. Oh man, it's gonna get ignorant.
Well, let's hope for not that.
I won't drop any more F bombs though. We can't get canceled again.
Yeah, another 3 weeks off.
Oh, shout out to Doug Marone. He finally lost his job. He needs to go in the Jags Ring of Honor.
What'd you call him again?
I'm not saying that word. It was a bad word.
I think he said friendly, right?
He's awesome though. I love Doug. It sucks that he had to go down. He was a great tank commander. He did it right.
What if you keep your DC?
Oh, I'll be so heated. Urban will be who day.
Why does everybody want to be a Bengals fan? Everybody I talk to doesn't like who they're going to pick. They want to go to the Bengals.
It's just easy. Geographically, we're right here.
I guess so. But
I mean, I could be a Browns fan. Yeah, I don't know. They got I don't like the brown and orange. Those are disgusting colors.
That's true.
Yeah, that's gross. Might be a Pats fan or something. I don't know.
Jesus, please no.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, you got anything else you want to head out? This is a short episode, so. Any house cleaning?
Not really.
Like, subscribe, leave a review.
I mean, we could talk about who didn't make the All-Pro team, but I think that's just going to be an hour topic about nothing. So.
Yeah, Miles Jack was robbed.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Jesse Bates was robbed.
Yeah, we had that conversation in the group chat. Jesse Bates. Apparently, Marlon Humphrey deserved it over Jalen and Xavier Howard.
What can you do, What can you do?
I think he's a second team. He better be. But Jalen and Xavier played out of their minds, so I don't think that's really an argument.
Lake Show running it back, starting the season good, even though AD's soft as Charmin. My early rookie of the year pick in the NBA is looking terrible. LaMelo Ball is not looking the greatest. I should have stuck on my gut and said Wiseman.
Who did I say?
I don't know. You said you're watching Cole Anthony.
Oh, that's who it was.
So
Markelle Fultz just went down. Cole Anthony's minutes are going to go up.
Yeah, I don't know. Wiseman has looked great. In the games I've watched, he looks like he belongs. Shooting good percentages, playing defense. Plays really well with Steph. So, yeah. I'm going to go with Wiseman. I'm changing my vote. Is that allowed?
It's the regular season NBA. Nothing else matters.
That's true.
Oh, dang. He's doing all right. 11 points a game, 6 rebounds.
Who, Cole Anthony?
That's Wiseman.
Yeah. He's been balling.
Let me see, Anthony.
Now, I'm not saying LaMelo isn't going to be good. His game's just going to take some time. His shooting is not doing – he hasn't started off the best shooting. But
he had a step backer on Big Bro today.
He's going to be a good playmaker, good defense. So I'm excited to see that.
Let's see. He's averaging 11, 5, and 4. LaMelo is.
Not bad. His numbers look better than he plays.
The game. I didn't look at his PER or anything like that. I'm sure it's terrible.
He's definitely going to be better than Lonzo. And LiAngelo, Pistons legend.
Yeah, LiAngelo is the best one out of all of them. It's funny. He's the only one with a shot, and he's the only one not going to make an NBA.
It's all about that vision.
Oh, he's a big boy, though. But, all right, I think we're signing off here.
Yes, sir.
So check out the merch store, patreon.com. We got that going, too. Get an extra episode Help support your boys. YouTube, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications.
Look for us on Wednesdays, new drop day, hopefully. And if you want to join us, make a Zoom account, get a mic from the dollar store or whatever you want to do, and join us.
That's what we're doing. Monday, national title game. We're probably going to do a little pregame show. Reach out to us. Hopefully you guys are still listening this far. Reach out to us. We'll invite you guys on for the pregame. Alabama, Ohio State, anybody and everybody, depending on the numbers. Let's just have a nice little fun time, talk some football, and yeah, let's get it. Bye.